doesn't have to be scary. It can really taste good, and it's going to this year. I'm at a wonderful chocolate place in San Antonio, Creative Chocolates with Rick Berchin. You could call him the Candy Man. A lot of people do. He's an expert when it comes to all things chocolate. We're going to make one of my favorite things. We've had candy apples for years, but the caramel to me, it's hard to eat. We're doing apples with chocolate. We'll show you how to dip them in chocolate and make some really fun things, right?
That we will do.
And it's easy.
It's simple.
First thing, though, you need a few items before you start, anytime you're working with specialty chocolates.
Yeah, first thing you got to think about is what kind of chocolate you want to dip it in and what kind of apples you want to use. And if you have some idea of exactly what you want it to look like at the end, you got to get the other products together to make that happen. And the first thing we've got to do is wash the apples, which I've already done, and dry them. And you got to make sure when you dry the apple that you get all the water off, or you'll have a problem when you try and dip it in the water. Then what we need to do is take this little stem out, which Tanji is going to do.
I'm guessing you twist it, right?
Yep, you just twist it out.
Twist and twist.
Eventually,
there you go. Okay.
And it comes out very cleanly.
All right.
Then we'll stick the stick in the apple. And if you will take it and just watch me first, and then you can do it, Tanji. You take it right through the middle and put it down here on the table because you'll need a little support. And just kind of push it straight through.
Ah, got it.
Now what I'm going to do is get some chocolate out of the pots that I temper chocolate in and put it in a pot that you typically find at home. The real chocolate has cocoa butter in it and will taste better than the candy melts that are made with a vegetable fat. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and dip the apple in the chocolate that we pre-prepared. And as you notice, it isn't totally deep enough to put that in, so what you do is you just twist it around, and you can tilt the bowl up in order just to get it over the top so you got enough on the top.
Fill it up.
Now comes a little bit of waiting time while you let some of that chocolate drip off. Now we'll see the real professional do it.
Yeah, right. Oh, listen, I just soon have the chocolate than the apple, frankly, but I know these are good.
And we're going to roll it in the nuts.
Now, do you toast your nuts ahead of time? It looks like you do.
Yeah, these are roasted.
Yeah.
And you can't roll it all the way around the top, but as you'll notice, it's pretty well covered in nuts. And you just take some nuts in your hand and cover the part that you couldn't roll it in. Right now, what I'm going to do is drizzle white chocolate onto the top of the apple and all around it. And while it's wet, I'm going to cover it with some sprinkles. These are the sprinkles. It'll give it an appearance for orange for the Halloween time frame or even Thanksgiving.
Now, the big thing is how to eat these, because it is cumbersome to pick up a giant apple on a stick and eat it. So
it depends on how big your mouth is and how much you want to actually put in your mouth at one time.
So I can just cut it, which will work just fine. And what I do at home is just eat it in pieces and put it back in the refrigerator.
You can do that. It does last a little bit longer if you do that as well.
It is so good. These are better than caramel apples, I think. Thank you. This is fabulous. Enjoy, everyone.